Hey Pisces, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. If I don't catch your wavelength or storyline here, check your other major placements. If I do catch your wavelength or storyline here, you're welcome to join me over on Vimeo for more of the oracle decks and a more intuitive vibe to the reading. This is going to be a traditional tarot reading with a traditional tarot deck. Well, not a traditional tarot deck, but you know what I mean. All right. Oh. Well, we have the World card. I think that's a message for me. It's the end of a chapter, the end of a book, the end of this round through the zodiac. So, but for you, so I split the deck and now I'm looking at the bottom. We have the High Priestess. We have a very spiritual card about what can be revealed, what cannot be revealed. We have sort of the bat here as the, this is the Guardian of the Night deck, but the bat is the Guardian of the Night, is the most night creature of the night, right? They don't even see, they hear everything, echolocation. And this is about what can be revealed, what cannot be revealed, like clouds parting, a veil thinning, something being shown to you, something being revealed. The High Priestess, I love this because it's called the Guardian of the Night deck. And the bat, I feel, is, oh, look at that little crown up there. That is the Guardian of the Night, right? And my view of the High Priestess is that this is the tarot deck. And this card comes up when the tarot deck wants to highlight that it's showing you some parts of the story, but definitely not showing you other parts of the story. Of course, that's the true nature of the tarot deck anyways. It's going to show us what it wants to show us, and it's going to keep hidden what it wants to keep hidden. So yeah, that's what it always does. But this is when it like wants to highlight that and wants to let you know it's not going to tell you everything. Not everything's going to be revealed here, but just what you need to know. All right, Pisces, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Pisces, this to-do list is confusing me. I just got this in a previous reading and I wasn't quite sure what to do with it, but well, maybe the rest of the cards will let us know. All right, so we have in your recent past, 8 of Swords, some self-defeating beliefs, some imprisonment with our own thoughts, with our own ideas, a sense of not being able, a lack of freedom, an imprisonment, feeling trapped and vulnerable, but this is all in our own eye. It's the way we see something makes us feel trapped and vulnerable. So self-defeating beliefs, the perspective we're coming from, the way we see something, in particular, having us feel very unsafe, insecure, unable to move forward. In part because of the stories we tell ourselves, because of the thoughts we allow in our mind, the repetitive thoughts we can allow in our mind. We'll be looking at other mantras later. We all have mantras already, and most of us have incredibly crappy mantras that do limit us and keep us stuck in place. Current situation, we have 5 of Cups. We have some grief process here. We have something that's been lost, something that's been lost in a grief process. There's still so much ahead, but there is time needed to be taken to absorb this loss, to understand this loss, and in a way to even clean up this loss. Like, I'm just seeing, like, we don't want people walking through here with bare feet on, maybe even with shoes. This could get through. We're going to clean up some of the hurt, some of the painful parts. So, but it's a process. It's a process. It doesn't happen. We're not going to be able to snap our fingers and pull out of this process. So maybe there's even something where it was our own thinking that maybe caused the loss. Maybe we thought, well, I don't have a chance. So then we didn't take a chance. And then now we're like, oh my God, I did have a chance. Why didn't I take my chance? I had one. And now we have to go through a grief process, making peace with that. With the fact that we limited ourselves, that maybe we are the one that even caused this loss, maybe even inadvertently, maybe accidentally, through our own perspective, that we were sharing with others, and then it created some sort of loss, some sort of missed opportunity. In your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, you have 4 of Swords. So this is either a hope or a fear of a timeout, rest, recuperation, wintering. I love this little hedgehog here. Having some time out. Yeah. So we might be exhausted from this grief process, worried and tired. We want a break. Taking a break. And this can be hopes and fears, and different people will have different reactions to these thoughts. These thoughts are of a break. These thoughts are of nap time. And some of us enjoy nap time, and some of us still cry and scream and throw a temper tantrum when nap time comes. So we could be thinking, you know, about a break from something, about some time off from something, some time away to sort of recuperate, rejuvenate, refill our tank, fill these cups that are still standing. And then what's at issue here is the 6 of Pentacles. Something feels very unfair, an unfair distribution of resources, an unfair, a lack of generosity. Maybe someone hasn't been generous towards you. Maybe you haven't been generous, haven't been able to be generous. Something feels very out of balance as far as resources, resource distribution, or has been out of balance. This could be you bringing what you can to a situation, and the other person bringing not much to the situation. There's just not much. So, like, you know, if one part of a couple makes way more than another part of a couple, and there can be feelings about that sometimes, whether deserved or not, whether there need to be feelings about that seems unlikely, but there could be a situation where your efforts have not been reciprocated. Or somebody's efforts have not been reciprocated. That's what I'm seeing with this reverse 6 of Pentacles, a lack of reciprocation of effort, someone bringing a lot, right? This bird has, and like normally this would be like there's some balance, there's some karmic balance going on here, but this bird has just as many coins as this bowl. And so this is meant to feel balanced. But in the reverse, I feel like this bird may be very weighed down. This has been quite a big burden in this bowl's like, I'm bringing what I'm showing up. I'm showing up. What do you mean? Well, what I mean is you're showing up with 3 coins that are like, you know, 0.1% of your body weight. And I'm showing up with 3 coins that's like my full body weight, my equal weight in coinage here. So I'm bringing everything I can. So this bull may be like, I'm bringing everything. What do you mean I'm bringing everything? And this bird's like, well, I'm bringing everything I can. I'm bringing everything I can here. So there's some sort of mismatch here. And something feels really unfair and imbalanced and not reciprocated. Energy put out isn't translating into reception, isn't something that you're receiving. It's an imbalanced distribution of resources, be that time, energy, money. In your environment, you have the Chariot. So this could have to do with a trip, with travel, with a trip, travel, going someplace, quick movement. Something's moving very quickly. It's not you necessarily, but some sort of situation moves rather quickly. It could also just be the energy. And I feel like this card sort of represents like the ganas, like the desire to win, that push to win something. And this could also be pertaining to a car of some kind. In your environment, some kind of transportation, literal transportation, or just that energy of movement, and that so somebody could be moving. Someone could be on a trip. I don't necessarily see that it's you. It could be somebody else is on a trip, and maybe you're really upset that they're on a trip. Like, you didn't think you could go on the trip. They're on a trip, and you're like, wait, that's not fair. But there they go. So someone's taking a trip here, some kind of, or movement. There's something about transit and movement here, and a movement with a purpose to win. It's like the chicken isn't crossing the road. I mean, I genuinely love that joke. The chicken is crossing the road to get to the other side, and the chicken's going to get to the other side. They want, because that's what they want. They want to go to the other side of the road. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking about this joke, but this old joke that's supposed to be boring but cracks me up just about every time. So there's someone that's on their way to winning something, to taking something, to grabbing something that's yours, and it could leave you a little flat-footed. Like, wait, I didn't hear the gunshot. Like, you're still at the starting blocks when this other person's like off and running and just about completed the whole race. Like, there's something in your environment about some sort of movement of some kind, a race, something, and I think that you're feeling like, but that's not fair. I didn't hear the gunshot go off, so that I'm not winning here. So someone else is taking a trip, someone else is traveling, or has a car or something. Your to-do list, 5 of Swords, make some difficult choices. Difficult decisions here. There's not really a win-win outcome. It's just kind of harsh. It's a harsh landscape. Everything's kind of harsh. Everything's kind of harsh. Find what you can, do what you can with this difficult situation. There's not easy answers. Nothing's easy here in this situation. We have this grief. We have this sorrow. And then this is like the rager, and you have to clean up, and this is like, wow, that rager spilled outside and there's a lot more to clean up, and this isn't fun, this isn't great. They've chopped down all the trees. There's not a lot of food here. There's not a lot of sustenance. There's not a lot for you to do here. This is, to me, the card of the lose-lose situation. Nobody's winning here. These swords are all, put in this wood. We have 4 of Swords. Yeah, we have the 5 of Cups. We have the 5 of Swords coming in underneath the 5 of Cups. So it seems to relate to this loss, having maybe backed you into a corner, some sort of loss backing you into a corner where you don't really have a lot of good options. Something seems unfair. You'd like to make it fair, but you're going to have to figure out. There's just difficult decisions here. And I feel like this High Priestess is, you're not going to get a lot of guidance from it. You have to go within on these difficult decisions. We're not going to tell you what to do. That's why we're just getting, you have to make hard choices. Because she's not telling you what to do. She's not going to tell you what to do. You have to figure it out on your own. And there may not even be a right answer here. It could just be like, yeah, this all sucks. I don't know. Do what you can in this post-apocalyptic landscape here. Just forage for what you can get here, because this isn't a great situation. Nobody's eating a lot here. There's not a lot here for anybody. It's kind of a barren landscape, and you just gotta make the best choices you can here. Not a lot of good decisions here. Your intuition's like barely here too. It's not really speaking loudly. This is a time for you to get very quiet and sort of tiptoe through the situation as best as you can. Not an easy answer. You could go either way here. Not an easy answer. 5 of Swords is just never, it's not a great card. So, and as a to-do list, it's just like, not a lot of easy answers, not a lot. You've had some sort of grief process, and it's put you in, something difficult's happened, and it's put you in a situation where the choices you have here aren't great. None of them are good. None of them get you back to the party where everything's going well. None of these choices are going to restore these broken cups. You can't bring these trees back. No choice is going to make everything okay here and make everything go back to the way it was. So, I mean, this 4 of Swords, this is a break, but this could also be like wanting to hide from these problems, wanting to just go to sleep and wake up and have them have gone away, have someone else make the decisions for you. Wanting to hide out for the winter. Well, this hedgehog's like, I'm not actually here. I'm under a bunch of wood. I'm under a bunch of snow. Nobody can see me. This is fine. I kind of would like to hide. I don't want to clean up. I don't want to clean up this mess. I want to go hide from it. I don't want to make these decisions. I want to hide from it. But something's on the move anyway. Somebody's on a trip, or something's on the move anyway. Possible outcome, 2 of Cups, really connecting with some soulmate energy, some kindred spirit energy, a deep sharing. This can last hours, weeks, months, a lifetime. This sharing, there's a lot of peace here. There's a lot of deep emotional sharing, really connecting with someone. I love that they're old. They're old elephants with these memories. And they're refilling each other's cup. This conversation, this connection refills each other's cup. There's a lot of growth here. It's very beautiful. This is a very beautiful card. I think this is possibly one of my favorite Two of Cups cards, I think, because it's not over the top schmaltzy. We've got these elephants. They've been through some shit here. And they're refilling each other's cups. But it's not easy. You've got to navigate some really difficult terrain first. You've got to navigate some difficult terrain, but then there's beautiful connections available after that. Your future has some beautiful connections available to it. Your present involves making difficult choices and navigating difficult terrain. All right, Pisces, I hope that was helpful for you. And if you like, you can join me on Vimeo. And if this is where we part, then sayonara. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.